because most people are releasing singles, but we released an entire album, different people started picking different songs, and almost every song in the album is now #1 on somebody's chart.
So congratulations on your new album, Imagine. I wanted to hear a little bit about what was your inspiration and thought process behind creating this album.
Well, it's a family project. It's not the first one, but it's the first one. We're now moving into the future by putting my daughter in charge. So her name is Charlie Huggins. So you'll be hearing her name a lot. And that's because she brought the project to me in an unusual way while the pandemic was on. And actually a couple of years prior to that, she kept bringing me these songs that she said was from her uncle, Bo Huggins, who is now the executive producer of the album. But her uncle, Bo Huggins, is the brother of my ex-husband, Charles Huggins. So we weren't having any connections. So that was unusual, but she brought me the songs one by one over a period of years, and I liked them all. So, but I said, so what? So she said, well, why don't you try going to the studio and recording one of them? We'll play it back and see what happens. We did that with about 15 songs over a period of about 3 or 4 years, 2 or 3 years. And we realized we had enough songs to do an album project, and that's how it came about. So they inspired me. I didn't inspire them. Well, I did inspire them, but it's not my idea, it's theirs.
Sure. So, I mean, you've had such a long and illustrious career. What would you say, is this different musically, sonically than stuff you've done before, or is it an evolution? How would you describe it?
I would describe it as an evolution. I think because the marketplace is very different now. The main street is social media, and instead of kind of door-to-door salesman, you press a button and you're global.
It's so cool, right? Yeah.
I think it's fantastic because I'm a very diverse audience, and so I'm really not limited to having to do house music or dance music or Broadway. So everything is in here. It says R&B, there's gospel, there's jazz, there's kind of theater-oriented type of music, only because it's me. And I wouldn't have done that, but my daughter brought it to me, again, via her partner, Bo Huggins, and they found these different songs over a period of time that really express who I've been over the last 50 years.
That's a great feeling, right? So what song speaks to you the most out of the ones on the album?
Well, the first single they released is called So in Love, and it went immediately to #1 in the UK charts, and then they they released Take Me Away. But then, because most people are releasing singles, but we released an entire album, different people started picking different songs, and almost every song in the album is now #1 on somebody's chart.
There are probably more charts than when you started, right? So like you can...
It's very different than when I started. And so, on some charts in the UK, the whole album is #1 already. Wow. And it's just released. So I'm very excited about the way things have changed in the new way. Things are possible for you right now. I'm very excited because I don't really know how it works. But it's working in my favor.
Yeah. I mean, it's all digital, so it's all just like floating around everywhere. Now, do you have a favorite song? It could be a hit. It could be something that wasn't a hit. Out of, I know there's so many, but is there one that really speaks to you the most?
There is one. I'm the type of person, if people like it, then I like it. And then what happens is as I continue to perform it, I develop not only a familiarity with it, but it's like becomes an old friend. And that song is Lean on Me, which Van McCoy wrote too. And the first time I heard it was before I met Van McCoy. I heard Aretha Franklin sing it. And of course, I, like the whole world, was a diehard fan of hers. And I had begun to sing the song, and of course my voice is nothing like hers. So I had begun to develop a way that I sang it. And so I asked Van, so I said, you remember you wrote this song, right? I said, would you mind doing it like this? And I asked him to do my arrangement. And I was right. I was finding my style. I was finding how I could express these words that meant so much. And how could I do certain things that I started to do, like sing long high notes and just the different things I was starting to do that were developing an R&B style. And it's become a signature song for me.